What if the world's most powerful boardrooms aren't in skyscrapers, but cruising at 51,000 feet above the Earth, moving faster than time zones themselves? Where decisions worth billions are made over silence, clouded horizons, and handcrafted leather seats that cost more than most homes. Inside that world, 3 aircraft quietly dominate the skies of tech billionaires, machines that are not just jets, but flying expressions of ambition, control, and obsession with perfection. And the story begins with a jet that proves luxury doesn't always need to shout to be heard. At number 3, imagine stepping into the refined world of the Dassault Falcon 8X. This isn't the loudest name in private aviation, but among tech billionaires who value precision, discretion, and engineering excellence, it has earned a quiet reputation as a masterpiece of French aerospace design. Picture this. You're walking up the stairs of the aircraft. The cabin greets you not with flash, but with calm sophistication. Soft, ambient lighting washes over hand-stitched leather seats. The air feels different, filtered, purified, almost engineered for thinking. This jet is designed for long-haul efficiency without compromise. It can connect cities like San Francisco to Dubai with ease, but what truly sets it apart is how it makes that distance feel irrelevant. Inside, the cabin is remarkably quiet. Conversations don't feel rushed. Time doesn't feel pressured. For tech founders constantly making decisions at the edge of global markets, that silence becomes a luxury more valuable than gold. Many executives and high-net-worth entrepreneurs prefer the Falcon 8X not for attention, but for escape. It becomes a floating strategy room where ideas breathe without interruption. But as impressive as it is, the Falcon 8X is only the beginning of this airborne hierarchy. Because at number 2, we enter a different level of ambition, where innovation and comfort merge into something almost futuristic.
This aircraft is often described as a long-range masterpiece, but that description barely captures its emotional impact. Stepping inside feels less like boarding a jet and more like entering a private residence that happens to fly. The cabin is divided into distinct living spaces. There's a lounge for conversation, a dining area that can transform into a conference room, and a private suite where rest feels uninterrupted, even at cruising altitude. For billion-dollar business tycoons who live in a constant state of global motion, this jet becomes an extension of their lifestyle. A morning meeting in Silicon Valley, a business lunch in London, and a dinner in Tokyo without ever leaving the same controlled environment. Inside the Global 7500, the lighting adjusts to mimic natural circadian rhythms. The goal isn't just comfort, it's human optimization. Even the air pressure system is designed to reduce fatigue, meaning passengers arrive not drained, but ready to perform. This is where technology meets biology in aviation form. There's a reason it has become a favorite among leaders who build companies shaping artificial intelligence, space travel, and global communication platforms. It reflects their worldview. Everything optimized, everything intentional, nothing wasted. And yet, even with all its innovation, the journey doesn't stop here. Because at the very top of this hierarchy exists a machine that feels less like transportation and more like a statement carved in the sky itself. At number 1, we enter the world of the Gulfstream G650ER. This is not just a private jet. For many in the tech elite, it is the ultimate symbol of success. A flying headquarters, a sanctuary, and a global command center all in one. Step inside, and the first thing you notice is space. Real, uninterrupted space. The cabin stretches with an elegance that feels almost architectural. Large windows flood the interior with natural light, creating an atmosphere that feels closer to a luxury penthouse than an aircraft. This is the jet famously associated with figures like Elon Musk and Bill Gates, individuals who don't just use technology, they redefine it. And fittingly, the G650ER reflects that same philosophy: maximum capability, refined execution. Imagine sitting in a fully reclined leather seat, thousands of miles above the ocean. A high-speed satellite connection keeps you linked to global operations, a quiet cabin allows deep focus, and yet at the same time, there is complete isolation from the noise of the world below. It is here that billion-dollar decisions are shaped in calmness. It is here that ideas are refined before they ever reach the public eye.
The G650ER is also unmatched in range, capable of connecting nearly any two major cities on Earth with minimal stops. That means fewer interruptions, fewer delays, and more control over time, the one resource even billionaires cannot manufacture. But beyond specifications and performance, there is something deeper about this aircraft. It represents a rival, not just in wealth, but in freedom. Freedom from airports, from schedules, from geography itself. It turns the planet into something smaller, more navigable, more connected. And in that sense, the G650ER is not just a jet, it is a mindset. As we step back from these three aircraft, a pattern begins to emerge. The Falcon 8X represents precision and quiet mastery. The Global 7500 represents innovation and lifestyle integration, and the G650ER represents ultimate global freedom. Three jets, three philosophies, one shared language of ambition. But what truly connects them is not their engines, their range, or their interiors. It is the people who choose them. Tech billionaires don't see these aircraft as luxury toys. They see them as tools, extensions of their thinking, their movement, and their control over a world that never slows down. In a way, these jets reflect the evolution of modern success itself, where power is no longer measured only in offices or assets, but in time, mobility, and access. Imagine closing your eyes for a moment and picturing this world. A sunrise over the Atlantic, a quiet cabin thousands of feet above the earth, a founder reviewing a product that could change millions of lives, and a jet silently carrying that vision across continents. That is the reality behind the glass and titanium. And perhaps that is the real story, not just the jets themselves, but what they represent. Because in the end, the sky is no longer a limit for those who shape the future. It is simply another workspace. And somewhere above the clouds, in these three extraordinary machines, the future is already being written.